Hey, it's Liz, funny postpartum lady, doing a day 15 update for my Whole30. Mr. FPL is the cameraman and he will be interviewing me. I first wanted to cover a few things. I had some questions from the Facebook fan page. I've got my handy dandy laptop I'm going to have to refer to. The first video blog we did for this, I kind of stumbled over a few of my words because I wasn't sure of some of the answers. So I'm going to refer to the Whole9life.com website for some of my answers to make sure that I get some of this right. One of the questions that I get frequently on the fan page when I talk about the Whole30 is, what is the Whole30? And I'm not going to really dive into that. You can go to the Whole9life.com and see basically what it is. It's not a diet. I'm not trying to lose weight. It's a lifestyle change. I'll just leave it at that. I will tell you the foods that I'm not allowed to eat. That's probably the simplest way for me to put it and the easiest way for me to do this. I did not buy a book. I do have some paleo cookbooks that I use because it's very similar to the paleo diet, almost the same, almost. Things that I cannot eat, it says do not consume added sugar of any kind, real or artificial. That means maple syrup, honey, agave nectar, Splenda, all that other stuff. With paleo, you are allowed to have honey, you are allowed to have maple syrup and agave nectar. So there's a difference with the paleo and the Whole30. No alcohol, no tobacco products, no grains, no legumes, beans, no dairy, no MSG, no sulfites, no white potatoes. And then it also says, in addition, no paleo-fying dessert or junk food choices. When you're on the paleo diet, you see a lot of recipes where they make desserts or bread and stuff like that using almond flour and coconut flour and a lot of other things. And so they urge you not to do that during this Whole30. There's a lot of reasons for that. Again, I'm not going to dive into that. You can find that on the Whole9life.com website. Also, I don't see it on here, but I know that I've read that I can't eat bacon or sausage because it's processed. So that is what the Whole30 is, or the food that I cannot eat on this diet. That was one of the first questions that I got also, was how does the Whole30 compare to the paleo? On the paleo, it's okay to have agave nectar, honey, maple syrup. You can eat the bacon, you can eat the sausage, you can have almond milk. Right now I can't because of all of the ingredients that are in the almond milk that you find currently in the grocery stores. A few other differences, like the coconut milk that you find in the grocery store, the almond flour, the coconut flour. Again, just a few other minor differences. When I finish with my Whole30, I will switch over to the paleo, with the exception of Diet Pepsi. I will drink Diet Pepsi when I'm done. Next question, Jessica asks, did you buy the book or just do without? There really is not an actual book. I did read, it starts with food. The same people that came up with the Whole9, they did write a book called It Starts With Food, and I did read that. I have not read it in a long time. I'm not going by the book. You don't need the book to do the Whole30. You just basically stay away from the food. You do not count calories. You do not have to stay to a strict meal plan. You just stay away from those foods. So you can eat as much as you'd like. You just stay away from those foods. Let's see, I think a lot of the questions are the same. Hannah said, I know you're not supposed to have any sugar of any kind, so you're not allowed to use things that have sugar in it, like salad dressing and stuff. Do you make your own? Yes, there are some dressings, like certain vinegar dressings that I can have, but yeah, if the dressing has sugar in it, then no, I cannot have it. There is a, matter of fact, tonight I was gonna make it with my meatballs, it was a mayonnaise, using olive oil, and I was gonna use it as a dip. I didn't end up making it, but, yes, I would make my own if I wanted to do something, or I would use a vinegar or an oil that I could eat. And I think that's all the questions that I have on Facebook that I've gotten, or that I can pull up right now. I think I got some yesterday, but I don't see them right now. And I think Mr. FPL has some questions for me.
All right, I just wanted to revisit some of the questions that we'd had last time.
Okay.
See if your answers changed on any of those.
Okay.
So what day of the diet are you on now?
Day 15, halfway there.
Day 15.
Yep.
Okay. So previously we'd asked about how the diet change was affecting you, but we were on day 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how is your diet change affecting you now at the halfway point, referencing specifically mood, energy, and hunger?
Well, now, mood-wise, I'm in a lot better mood. I still crave Diet Pepsi really, really, really bad. That has not let up at all. The other foods I'm fine. I find myself late at night craving cereal, which is odd because I don't think I ever craved cereal before. I did read somewhere that you crave things that you never craved before. But I'm not, I'm doing okay. I'm pretty confident now. I'm not dealing with a lot of issues. So I'm doing really well. Energy level's great. I finally started getting back where my workouts are really good. So yeah, I think I'm back on the upward slope now with energy and mood, and I think, how do you think my mood has been lately?
Well, we definitely have some, some grumpy moments. And I recall, and not, today or anything, but, and I recall some days where, you were very, very tired, even trying to work out. And I remember thinking, this is diet related. This is not sleep. This is not the baby. This is, diet related. But that probably hasn't been for the last 4 days or something.
Right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And what about changes to that? Are you expecting that to change for anything relating to mood, energy, hunger?
Well, I think that from what I've read and the way that I feel these past couple days, I think the last 2 weeks are supposed to be the best. I think it's, I read on that timeline, it's tiger blood the last 2 weeks and everything's supposed to be great. I have gotten a lot more confident in the kitchen, cooking food. This week we've been trying a lot more food and I've been filling up on that. And I imagine since, I wake up tomorrow and I've made it past the halfway point, and so if that makes any sense, I know that the numbers are getting smaller until it's over. I think that it'll get easier. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. One other thing we talked about last time was advice that you would give somebody that was interested in the diet. Mm-hmm. And your advice last time really centered around being prepared. Mm-hmm. Has that changed? Do you have any other advice now?
Yes. Whoever you live with needs to do this with you. I think the biggest difficulties I've had this past week is one, cooking dinner for you and the kids, and I'm not going to force y'all to do this diet with me, so it's really difficult cooking like last night, chicken and dumplings for y'all, and then something for me, pizza or lasagna or something else, and then cooking my food. So it's difficult time-wise to cook something for y'all, then something for me, and then cooking something yummy for you guys that maybe I can't have, and then also seeing you eat ice cream or cupcakes or Diet Pepsi all the time, and I can't have any, and it's just very difficult. And so I would recommend that you have at least one person around you there as a support system to help you through this. Yes.
Okay, and then another question that we asked before was, is there anything that has surprised you since starting the diet? So, is there anything that has surprised you since the last video concerning the diet?
I guess I am surprised at how much time I wasted eating junk food and sitting on the couch. Let me explain this better. Now that I don't snack so much because there's so much that I can't eat, I am spending more time folding clothes, cleaning the house, reorganizing, just doing things. And I thought to myself, well, why am I doing so much? And it's not because I have so much energy, which I do have a little bit more energy, but it's because any other time I would be bored and I would find something to eat, not because I was hungry, but because it was something to do, and I would sit down on the couch in front of my computer or in front of the TV. And now, because 90% of the things in my kitchen I can't eat, I find something to do. And so I was surprised at the amount of things that I can get done now that I've decided to actually eat clean. And I think that's part of the Whole30 is you learn your eating habits and why you do the things that you do. I'm also surprised that I've not had a heart attack because I have not weighed myself in 15 days.
Okay, any final thoughts?
No. Have you seen a difference at all in me in the past 15 days?
Well, we talked about the anger already. Just kidding. Okay. No, it's been difficult. I guess it makes me want to change my behavior because of the things you've described, like sitting down and eating a milkshake or something. We would go out to eat. Well, that's kind of normal, not every single time, but it's normal. And sitting down with that shake and starting drinking it before you even think about, or I even think about the fact that, that would not be very supportive to you. So I think a lot of it is just a change of, habits and behaviors of mine as well. And maybe that just supports your idea of having somebody else be there with you.
Do you think you'll ever do a Whole30 with me if I decide to do this again?
No. I had to think about that a long time.
Okay. That's all I have for you.
Okay. So we plan to follow up from this vlog on day 30.
Yes. Day
Okay,
30,
so
the last
final day.
Yeah, celebration.
Is that right?
Because the day after I'll be drinking.
Yeah, you'll be drinking. Diet Pepsi.
And yes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll see y'all on day 30.
Yep, bye.